Was it for you to watch last Monday night, and how long have these 12 days seemed as you've been waiting for this game to come?
It's been very hard, man, especially sitting home watching that game, not being able to travel and go to war with my guys. It really tore me up. But, it was in the past, and I'm glad it's over.
How'd they do without you, in your opinion?
It did well, we made some mistakes, but that was expected, in the game. But to me, they came out, they played hard, they made a lot of plays. We just came up short in the end.
A lot of your teammates obviously have had that first play, that first hit, that first moment this season. How is it going to be hard for you, even as a senior, to channel, those emotions the right way with all those things, as you wait for all those things Saturday?
Hopefully not. I know I'm very excited. I'm ready for the challenge. I know my coach is going to do a great job preparing me. The players on the team will do a great job holding me accountable. So, I have no choice but to be ready.
Will you guys please move the microphone when you answer?
Close.
Yeah, the person answers.
I guess, Sean, looking forward to Ohio State. Can you talk about their offense a little bit and the things that they do well, what you've seen on film?
They'll smash my football team. Have a very big offensive line. They like to control the ball. They have two great backs. Redshirt freshmen. Their quarterback has a great arm. They have great receivers. They just have a great all-around team. They're going to play hard. They're going to finish every play.
Sean, how much does last year's game motivate you, if it does at all?
It does a lot. We definitely feel like we should have won that game. So, coming down to this game, we have a lot to prove. We're just going to go out there and have fun.
All right, I guess for the offensive guys, can you talk about Ohio State's defense, what you've seen them on film, and what impresses you?
They're a big physical defense. Got some guys coming back from last year, 43 and 54. That's their big playmakers. We just got to get after those guys. And we got a great game plan.
I feel the same way. We just got to take care of the main guys, 53 and 54, 43 and 54. Make sure we just, take care of them, recognize where they at on the field, because those are the guys that are making the plays. And their defense they're a great defense. They take care, they do their jobs, they do everything that they're told, and we just got to execute our plays in order to win this game.
I think with Ohio State, one thing we have to do on offense is really just focus in on what they're doing on defense. They're a smart defense, and you can tell by watching on film. They don't really show what they're going to do before they do it. And so I think we really need to just pay attention and focus throughout the course of the game and really watch what they're doing.
Harlan, there was obviously a lot of talk after the game about the operation and some of the stuff that happened during the Maryland game. What have you guys done to correct some of those mistakes with the penalties and whatnot?
We've just put more emphasis on it in practice. Really get guys focused, knowing where they need to be, pre-snap, eliminate all those mistakes. It's just mental, so just really, we've really been focusing on that in practice, teaching our guys about that.
Coach Golden said you challenged the offensive line, I guess this week or last week, based on the performance against Maryland. Brandon and Harlan, can you just talk about what went wrong in that game for you guys that you weren't doing enough of, maybe?
I think the big thing was the false starts and just the procedural penalties, even before the snap. So, we got to eliminate those, and then just communication up front. Big thing we worked on.
Corey, how much do you look at yourself as needing to be that field general to make sure all this stuff kind of happens, communicate, and be kind of a leader out there with this stuff?
Well, that's the job of the quarterback. You got to go out there and control your offense. And so some of the things that happen in the game, you can't let happen. False starts, pre-snap penalties are something that'll kill you. They're little, but at the end of the day, those are yards that you can't get back. And you could have put those on the field and actually, probably gotten scores out of them. And certain things like holding penalties, they could have been called back because of. We could have, not had those because we had big runs on those, and just got to take care of those certain type of things.
Chikori, what do you think the most important thing that you can do personally first, then you can tell me as a team, to ensure that Miami wins on Saturday?
The only thing that I can do is put my faith in the guys around me, and I have 100% faith in all the guys around me. I know that they're going to take care of me, and they're the playmakers. I'm the one that I'm just the captain of the ship. They're the ones that work it. So without them, this offense can't run, and those are the guys that I need. So without the rest of the guys, this offense can't run.
And do you get nerves before games? It's been a while since you played.
It has been a while since I played, but right now I get nerves in practice. That's what I'm getting. Butterflies floating around in my stomach before practice, and because every practice right now it feels like a game. And to be without football for that 1 week, even though I was a part of the team and doing scout team, but not being able to go out there in the field, kind of really, set back in my mind that this isn't something that I want to do. I don't want to be sitting on the sideline. I want to be in the game and ready to play. So it brought it back out of me.
Roy, how much have you watched the Ohio State game last year, and you kind of put that aside and you just watched them against other teams?
I've watched it a lot. Because last year we did a lot of things that killed ourselves. We were actually in a position to actually pull away from those guys. We were up 10-zip, and we had the momentum. We just made a lot of mistakes. So as long as we take care of those small things, I feel like we got a good chance with this team.
You feel like you've seen stuff in there that's going to help you this time around?
Yeah, of course. Always watching film, you always see things that you miss, things that you could have done better. And there's always ifs and buts, like if I did this, should have done that. But right now, this team is a different team. They got different players, but the same format, same scheme. So we just got to go out there and execute our offense.
Corey and Sean, you guys are the leaders of your respective units. What changes because you guys are in the game now? You guys are actually on the field commanding your units.
That's a question. I don't really understand I don't know what to change. Just personalities. That's the only thing that changes on the field because you still got a great quarterback that played last week. And the only thing that's going to change is the personality that's in the huddle. How the huddle is ran, how the sidelines is ran. That's pretty much the only thing for me.
Mine's about the same. The only thing going to change is probably personality and personnel. We still have high expectations for ourselves. Our guys are still holding us accountable, so that's not going to be a big change.
Chikori, do you find it surprising, or it's one of the constants really since you've been here is that the offense is always talking about cleaning up mistakes, the mentals, and this went on with Randy. It's went on Monday night. Does it surprise you that we're still asking you? Having to ask the same things that they haven't been corrected when it's been an issue kind of throughout the last couple of preseasons?
It was pretty surprising because we've had a great camp, great offseason, great spring, to the point where we've cut those things down a lot. And you don't find, turnovers, penalties, things that are going to set you back in practice at all. So when you get out there in the game and you see those things happening, it kind of like, it just shows that there's just a lack of focus. There's nothing really that can be coached. It's just something that you got to find within yourself to know that you need to pay attention, focus up more, and just get in tune with the game. And when you get those things done, then everything will come in and fall in place.
Is that the only way to fix the penalties? Is additional focus, or is there anything else you guys have worked on this practice, or is there anything else you really can do to fix those things?
Pre-snap penalties are all about focus. Listening to the count, not anticipating anything, making sure I pay attention to the clock. Because if I'm out there just lounging around, making calls, not paying attention to the play clock, and then we get a delayed game, that's my fault. I should have focused more, and we got into the game. So those things are all mental, and they can be cleaned up easily.
As you guys run out through that tunnel to for the first time this season, what's going to be going through your head?
I don't know, I might shed a tear. Because I'm so happy to be back on the field. I'm really ready to run out through that tunnel and just run out with my teammates. They're the ones that have been by our sides throughout everything that's occurred these past couple of months. Since we had Coach Golden, they've always been here for each individual on the team. So this team is like, we're one unified unit, and we just want to go out there and have a great game together.
Two more questions.
Sean, I wanted to ask about Travis Benjamin, just from your aspect on defense, going against a kid like that, how tough is it, and how would you do it if you had to face him on a Saturday?
It's crazy, man. Travis can hurt you so many ways. He can take a 5-yard hit, 60 yards. He can take a screen 60 yards, or he can take you over top and beat you deep. So, defending Travis, you have to make sure you're playing the right coverage, you're playing the right leverage. You know where he's at all times.
I'm wondering how you guys feel about the nation perceiving this game as being about what's outside the lines rather than in between. People are talking about a lot of other things other than the game itself, and they probably will on TV. Is that frustrating to you guys? Can you each answer?
Not at all.
Sean?
I haven't heard anything about it. But I just want to play football. I'm not worried about what's going on outside these doors. I care about the team and this coaching staff.
I'm talking about the NCAA stuff and the suspensions.
I'm not. Yeah, the past is the past. That's behind us. I don't even think about it anymore. I'm just ready to play ball.
To Corey?
Yeah, that's not our main focus. That's not something that we're focused on. I guess we'll let everybody outside focus in on that. All we're trying to get ready for is a game, and it's going to be a street fight. So, we're ready for that. That's all we're getting ready for.
Okay, we're gonna break up.